America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
Right, this is a two-party system.
Folks, Fernando doing our video for the More Survivalist saying, yeah, remembering back in the day when The Simpsons were funny and they actually had intelligent messages along with it. Yeah, it's a two-party system, so you're basically, you have to choose between the same thing. And I will add to that a two-party system is just one party away from a single-party system like the one they have in China with a single communist party, or a single leader like in the case of Russia with their commie dictator in power. Keep that in mind, and let's go into this video where I'm going to be making you understand certain things that are uncomfortable. It's stuff that it's not nice to think about because we like thinking that we have things figured out. So when you watch stuff like this, and this is the video that we're going to be addressing in a second, this isn't from CNN. America Together celebrating diversity. LGBTQ plus Pride Month. This is from Fox News. This is from Fox News, guys. Remember that. Remember back when I told you about suspicious things that you saw from a man like this, Tucker Carlson, talking about what? I'm rooting for Vladimir Putin as he invaded Ukraine. After attacking a sovereign neighboring nation, he was rooting for a dictator. That was off. That was weird. You know what was also very weird? During the election, when we all saw what was going down, when we all saw how that was stolen from you. It's not my government. It's not my country. It was stolen from you. Kept their mouths shut. They didn't say a damn thing. Even when Trump was winning, when Trump won the election and CNN was already declaring him a winner, Fox was, they were keeping their mouths shut. You know why that is? Do you understand now how when you see these things, when you see yourself agreeing with a conservative media outlet, because the other ones, if this was CNN, we would be, screw you, CNN is from woke left, right? No, man, it's the same thing. It's always the same thing. You're just being lied into thinking you've had freedom of choice because you never had it to begin with. It was always the same thing. The only question you should ask yourself is, who owns these things? Who owns Fox? Well, that's not really that difficult. Top 10 owners of Fox Corp, that is Vanguard, number one. The Vanguard Group, Dodge, and I'd like to really see who owns these ones as well. And then we have BlackRock, fund advisor. BlackRock, Vanguard, if you remember from my previous videos, BlackRock, Vanguard, they're actually the same thing as well. They own both. Each one own 25% of each other. So it's the same screen. It's the same smoke screen. Behind that curtain, the real owners of the world, the elite managing things. There's the same people that own CNN. The same people that own Disney are the same people that own your Fox network as well. And it was Disney was trying to buy Fox back in the day, and it was you cannot own everything. You already own everything. No, it's the same people that own Disney themselves. They own Fox. And if you think, no, but the real owner is Rupert Murdoch. Yeah, this is the guy that is the front as well. Yes, this is the man that is Rupert Murdoch, 95% voting, 39% voting power. But who is he along with? The real owners. And yes, of course, this man, Rupert Murdoch himself, is part of the elite running things as well. He's more of the face of Fox, the Murdoch family, no longer the old man himself. But these are the people running things. And here we have him, yes, of course, celebrating Brexit. Great victory for the common man, along with Nigel Farage. I remember when this picture first came up. It was the day after Brexit. They were celebrating. The elite was celebrating the victory. Rupert Murdoch sat right across from Nigel Farage in that party. Money from Rupert Murdoch, money from the elite, money from Russia as well. Why is it that Russia could possibly be interested in weakening the European Union? How could they benefit from that? How could the elite benefit from all of this? Guys, if you haven't figured it out already, you just are not listening. These people running things, they have their own agendas, and they have this way of making you think you've had a freedom of choice. You were on one side, I'm conservative. If I'm a blue-haired lesbian with a nose ring and a tattoo across my face saying "screw the patriarchy," I'm watching CNN. If I'm a die-hard conservative Christian, I'm going to be watching. I vote Republican. I'm going to be watching Fox News. Well, Fox News has this to say as of right now.
Continues as we highlight.
And before I go on, I want you to pay attention to all the little social engineering aspect going on. First of all, this is going to be surprising you. This is not CNN. This is Fox News. America Together, LGBTQ+. Pride Month. Nice. Yes.
The story of Rylan Whittington, whose journey of transitioning at age 5 has been seen by 7 million people in a family YouTube
So
video.
brave.
Ryan Yannis has a
Strong.
story about that family that hopes their experience can help others. Watch here.
If you saw me walking down the street, you wouldn't think anything different.
14-year-old Rylan
The message.
Whittington is a typical Southern California teenager. And the Whittingtons,
They are playing in the backyard, so they're a wholesome family. Throwing a frisbee? I like frisbees. I like Fox News. I'm a conservative.
Dad Jeff, and
Dad catches baseballs? I mean, I'm about to explode.
sister Brinley are a typical family.
Typical American family. They're all white and blonde. Am I going
The
crazy?
difference, though, in Rylan's eyes, is what this family can mean to the tens of thousands of kids under 18 who identify as transgender.
He identifies as transgender. Fox News, don't you know that there's no such thing as identifying as something you're not? I could identify as a damn dragon. Does not make me one. You're either born a man or a woman, boy or girl. That's the thing. And there's really not much of a choice there. You are what you are. Just identifying as something else and pretending to make that real is the land of Lala fantasy and the stuff of the woke left. Why is it that I'm seeing this in Fox News?
We put our story out there so people could see
So they dress up this little girl as a boy, so she's now a boy? Okay, tell me more, Fox.
that like there's another family out there that is going through what we're going through, or there's another family who's proud of who they are.
Before Rylan could even speak, he managed to tell his parents that he is a boy.
He is a boy. That's what she managed to say before, and I quote, she could even speak.
He is a boy.
I could just
They are.
Before Rylan could even speak, he managed to tell his parents that he is a boy.
If you couldn't speak, how did she manage to tell anything to her parents that she is a boy before she could even speak? In the same damn sentence, you're saying that she couldn't speak. That is literally impossible. It is impossible, and it is not true. I think it was 20-month-old baby cannot say anything. I mean, you're accepting in the same damn sentence that she couldn't speak. How did she say? She didn't say a thing. It was all mom. Mom all along wanted to have a trans kid. I know perfectly well this because I have 3 boys. I have a 4-year-old who not that long ago said he was a monkey. And when he asked, what am I? Am I a boy? Yes. Dude, you're a boy. You have a penis. Dad, you're a boy? Yes, I'm a man. Mom is a woman. And you know what? Normal little healthy kids with not crazy parents, they just say, okay, that makes perfect sense. You know why it makes sense? Because I'm not lying to my kid. I'm telling he's a boy because he is in fact a boy. And he understands that. It makes sense. And that's the end of the story. And then he goes on along playing, doing his things. And as time goes by, he starts understanding his place in the world. And he starts seeing things. And, I don't like that. That's for girls, Dad. You know, that's the kind of thing that you do when you're not crazy and desperate for attention like this woman is.
I could just see it. It wasn't him trying to be...
More of the message. They're all dressing like a fucking Mormon family. So I have to like this. I'm seeing Fox News. They are all white, blonde people dressed like your traditional middle-class family? Yes, tell me more.
a brat. It was like painful. It was truly painful for him to have to wear feminine
You
clothing
crazy woman.
and for us constantly telling him that you're a girl.
It was painful for your little baby that does not understand a damn thing about the world. It was painful for your daughter to be dressed. Look at how she's already trying to, gonna be throwing those jeans and try to make this little girl into a little boy.
Unlike some trans kids, when Ryland came out at age 5,
He came out at age 5. Are you kidding me?
a few years later, he had
And for this man, what the hell is wrong with you? Even if you marry the most crazy lunatic out there, you should still stand for your daughter, not allow this to happen.
the full
What kind of
support
man are you?
his parents.
Initially, there was some pushback from us in trying to understand this.
We were
For all the guys out there, if you married a crazy woman like this, that's not an excuse. You still should. If you have an ounce of decency, you don't let this happen to your kids, no matter how kind of crazy you married into.
confused like most people are. We thought that gender and sexuality were the same thing.
Oh, more woke language. Nice.
It took us a while to figure out that those two things are different and that
Yeah.
children actually do recognize their gender identity very young. Some of them, not all.
They recognize their gender identity before they can even speak. No, lady, no.
They listened to Ryland and to Hillary's conservative faith.
Oh, and this is a cherry on top, because so as to make this a complete social engineering message targeting the conservative audience of Fox, not only do we have their white family playing baseball in the backyard, we also have them dressing like if they're straight out of church, and then they literally say they are a traditionally religious family, and Hillary's, what a name, Hillary's faith comes into play here as well.
For me, it's just a deep spiritual belief that you believe in God and He, created us the way He wanted us.
Exactly. So what kind of, you're a traditional Catholic family that believes in transitioning your daughter into a boy? Really? Is that a thing now?
Then yes, He created Ryland just the way he is.
Exactly. God created, if you believe in God, either way, your God, if you apparently say you claim to believe in God, God created your daughter the way she was. Why the hell did you feel the need to try to dress her up and tell her that she's a boy if God made her the way she is? Why the hell is it that if you believe in God, are you doing the opposite of what God obviously intended for your daughter? This is all bullshit. And there you go again, playing baseball, because we are a traditional American family.
There was a father who was sitting across the
Dude,
table.
shut the fuck up. Grow a pair and look after your family, letting this crazy lunatic woman ruining your daughter like that. This is insane. This is insulting. This is insane. But you know what? It damn works. Because a lot of people will see this and fall for it. Just like people have fallen before for all of the other bullshit when they were saying stuff that doesn't make any sense or stuff that is obviously wrong and shutting up their mouths when they should have spoken up and stabbing the conservative audience in the back, because there's nothing conservative about this media outlet. It's a media outlet from the elite. It's a media outlet from the vanguard groups, the BlackRocks, the Rupert Murdochs, the elite running things and making you feel that, oh yes, I'm on the right side because I watch Fox News, so I'm conservative. I'm conservative and I'm religious, so I have to believe that I can transition my son into a girl or my daughter into a boy. That's the madness you're looking at right now. Guys, this is all part of a plan. Make us all poor, make us all weak, destroy the traditional family. You're now seeing this planted into the conservative outlets. This just means you have to be prepared. You have to look after your family. It's not only about economic, and by the way, worried about the economic aspect of the madness you're seeing. Surviving the Economic Collapse is the book directly addressing what the elite has in mind so as to make us all poor and also make us weak so as to be easy to control. Destroy the family, destroy the person, destroy any amount of decency left, and you'll see all of this breakdown and much easier to control for them. In terms of the violence and crime, you'll see unrest. After this, you'll have street survival skills for the practical aspect of survival and preparedness, security, safety, self-defense, all covered there. This is not an accident. This is very important, and you should be aware of what's going on. You should be aware whenever, next time I tell you about being smart about the message, how it's being planted in what you consider a conservative outlet, maybe pay a little bit more attention and maybe consider that I may be right about these things. This is what's really going on, guys. See you on the next video. Take care.